Welcome everyone to Followers of Mayhem. We have a great game prepared for you today. I hope it will be quite thrilling. So, to start with, shall we have everyone introduce themselves? Starting in alphabetical order. Allah!
Well, my character is Allah, and Alar, shouldn't be. And she is a centaur druid from down south, which is the cold region of this. What is the world called, actually? That's a good question.
This is the
Mayhem.
Mayhem.
The land of Mayhem.
Okay, so she is south of Mayhem. And she is from a druid tribe, which is going up north to explore the issues of the world. That's all I'm going to say for it right now.
Alright, next up, Alexander.
Alrighty, my character is Alexander Goldgale. He is a human warlock, and specifically he belongs to the cartographers that are based in Nowhere. His family is relatively well known, one of the top map makers, and well, most of that is probably perhaps in due part to his family's patron, but, you know, much like Nick, that's all I'll say on that until much later. I do hope everyone will enjoy the character that I've gotten in mind for him, so, you know, it might be a bit awkward starting out first, but once I get into the feel of it, hopefully you guys will find it enjoyable.
Ooh.
Alright, next up is the DM. Dennis Merlin.
So this is Dennis Merlin. He's actually a character in Deviants of Chaos. This is before then. He wants to run a magic shop in the future, but every magic item he makes either falls apart or catastrophically fails on use for some reason. And he's a graduated wizard from Frozen, and he's inherited an ancient book that contains terrible secrets, even though he can't keep a secret to save his life.
Yeah,
we don't know whose fault that is.
That would make things pretty difficult. Next up, Kagura.
And since he's from Frozen, it goes without saying the cold never bothered him anyway.
Yes. Kagura.
Anyway, I am Kagura Hayashi. I am a fox Hengeyokai rogue, who pretty much a runaway noble who got tired of being cooped up in one place for most all his life and decided to roam the land.
The classic story.
Alright, next up, Rizura. Hopefully I pronounced that right.
My character is a half-orc fighter named Grizura the Virulent. Originally, she grew up in a town with her human father and orc mother. But when she was a child, her village was attacked and destroyed by bandits, who not only slain her parents, but sold Grizura into a gladiatorial slave ring and to this coliseum in Nowhere. For years, she fought viciously for her own life, and only after fighting in a rebellion to save herself and the other slaves that she found freedom. Now she's traveling the land of Mayhem, searching for a new purpose.
To clarify, the Colosseum was in Shady Sands, not Nowhere. Nowhere is the map town.
I didn't mean to say nowhere, I meant somewhere.
That's why I wanted to clarify.
But somewhere is an entirely different place.
Yeah, that's true. That is true. That is true. Regardless, Rura!
Hey, I play Rura. Sometimes Rue for short when she starts to get along with others, but for now, Rura. She is, I still cannot pronounce it right. Arakrakra.
Bird.
It's gonna take a bird, basically. A bird person. She's based off a Roadrunner. She grew up, well, technically, slightly grew up in Fulham City, but she was an orphan. And Arakakra aren't really known in this region very well, so no one really knew how to care for her. So she was bumped a lot from foster home to orphanages all over the place. So she never had any parents. Didn't really know what it was like to be a part of a family or anything like that. Then she got captured and started being sold off because of her rare race. She was saved by somebody who took her out of that and has felt very indebted, there we go, to them. But a bandit attack separated them, and she was off on her own. So at the moment, she is a lone wandering rogue. Ranger, excuse me.
Should have gone rogue. You know, they're the meta. I joke. And I'm joking. Last but certainly not least, Vienna.
Yeah. I am playing Vienna Tessin, a drow cleric. What happened was she was the talented but unruly daughter of a crime lord in the capital. And eventually, said crime lord sent her away to wizard school to learn some discipline and also magic, because that's what you do at a wizard school. And a few months later, she got bored, dropped out, and ran off to become a pirate. And she really liked being a pirate, but her captain eventually decided that he wanted to go into the slave trade, which he responded with a mutiny. And then, well, that got crushed, she got marooned, and then she was eventually saved from being marooned by clerics of the sea god Sashkalas. And eventually she joined that clergy out of, well, really more out of gratitude than anything else. And she's based out of, they're in Fulham now. That's it.
Alright. So, we've done our introductions. Is everyone ready to play?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
I've been waiting 2 weeks for this.
Well, enough with that casual little gentle music, bleh.
Cool.
Shall we begin?
Yay.
Now you'll need to scroll down to the bottom to see it. You should see 2 characters in particular.
I see them.
Yep.
Yep.
I see them as well.
Ah, yes. Mayhem. The island that stretches from the temperate north to the hot and cold climate of the south. There are many legends of this land. Legends that draw many treasure seekers to their demise, but none as mysterious as the namesake. Yes, the land is named after a great dragon, one that cleaved the land in twain long ago. A silver dragon came on high, cleaved the land in twain from sky. Those that live were washed in blood. Mayhem's the land that dragged through mud. Scholars have long puzzled over why a silver dragon did such an act, as they are normally good dragons. Regardless, our tale begins today, not about a dragon, but about, well, a group of 7 adventurers, specifically starting with 2 in jail. The sound of the jail cell closing awoke you 2 from your drunken slumber. Blurry eyes exposed a bleak and run-down jail cell, thin bars separating you 2. The stench of vomit and drink in the air was enough to cause one to retch. Fortunately, there were toilets seemingly for that very purpose, from the state they were in at least. A small bowl of water had been provided for the pair, should they wish to drink. You both exchanged stink eyes. The vague recollection of a fight told the story. You had both fought, and it had been the centaur that had lost. A single guard stood on duty, briefly glancing up from his paper as they work, before returning to it. The sunny day was well underway, but for now, you were caged. What did you do?
Get a jail-free card.
Shh, it's not your turn. Let them talk.
Alar would wake up from her slumber, looking around briefly as she jolts up, barely remembering the events of beforehand of that fight and how she got her ass clearly kicked and pummeled and all the other bad things in a fight for her. And then she glances over to the half-orc. Her voice is a little, because she also got punched in the throat for a little bit. Her voice is a little bit out there right now. Ah! You! What the fuck?
The half-orc, who had won the fight and had won 100 gold, but lost it when intercepted by the guards, gives a death glare at the centaur. Shut up! I'm in the middle of a hangover.
Don't think you just win this fight over one measly beer. I was drunk. It wasn't fair. She stomps on the ground angrily.
I'm not the one who went about like a spoiled child over one ale.
Spoiled child? How dare thee? Don't you know about the druid race of centaurs? I can't believe I've been so... Oh, no. I know.
Close by, in fact, just outside the jail, was the market. While the two in the cell remained caged, two others were caged in a different sort. A brown-haired human and a female drow, deep in discussion on the sale of a map.
Right, so, yeah. Hello, I need some maps of the EC lanes around Prush, please.
Oh, well, hello there, young lady. You are young, right? It's very hard to tell with elves these days.
By
what was that? By drow standards, of course. But, what was that, a map of, what was it you were looking for again, sorry?
EC lanes around Prush.
Round brush, okay.
Prush.
Hey, just one map, or are you looking for two?
I guess just one.
Just the one, alrighty. Alrighty, and the brown-haired human is searching through his wares, and he's mumbling to himself, going, "No, that's not it. Come on. I know I got it here somewhere. Ah, here we go." And he pulls out the bit of parchment right here, and he unrolls it for her to see, so she can see the wares before she buys.
All right.
All to your liking?
Looks. Wait. Real quick. Fela, does it look legit?
Pardon?
Does it look legit?
Well, let's see. You can roll an investigation if you want.
All right. Let's
Yeah, it looks pretty legit.
All right, I'll take it.
All
right. Wonderful. Now, usually, considering where we are, I'm usually running maps for about 10 gold pieces, but you know what? I've got a feeling you're new to town, right? I haven't seen you around here.
I am new, but I can pay that.
Right. Well, here's what I'm gonna do for you. I'm gonna, just out of the kindness of my heart, I'm going to do you a favor. This is probably I'm cutting my own throat here a bit, but you know what? Just 1 gold. How about that? Can you afford that?
Yes.
All right, wonderful.
Alex.
So,
Okay,
you know,
out of character. I'm rolling insight to see if it's really worth that.
Okay. It's not.
I'm not gonna make a big deal out of it.
Actually, Alex, roll a persuasion.
persuasion, right? Give me a minute. Persuasion. Here we go.
He sounds pretty legit.
I had no idea that living here was so expensive. Oh well.
Well, you know, it's the cartographer. It's the base of operations for the cartographers guild. There's a honestly kind of high cost of living around here. I mean, I would not recommend living here unless you have a job that is a very steady source of income.
Right.
I'm sorry, I'm rambling. I don't mean to hold you up, man. And anyway, just 1 gold, that'll be fine.
Nearby.
All right. And I give him the gold, and I subtract that from my own inventory.
All right. Nearby, at your board set, with a curious figure or two standing and scanning the various jobs and posters, a female Arakokra and a Hengen yokai. While normally more common north, it wasn't uncommon to see the occasional fully furred traveller with animalistic features. Yet the Arakokra was a different story. So rare, so unheard of. Just, what was she?
Rua tries her best to not notice the stares around her. She gets this every time she goes into a village, so she tries her absolute best to ignore them, even though it's obvious it's affecting her. She's slightly gripping her bow in front of her with like a nervous look in her eyes, but it's trying to focus on the board to see if there's any jobs or anything.
There's a few, but they all look pretty basic. You're not really seeing any that catch your eye. Though, you do. What about you, Dennis?
These all look boring. Where do they put the fun ones?
Rua kind of looks, jumps and looks startled at his outburst and just like,
As he does this outburst, a new figure appears. A white-haired Hengen yokai with striking red eyes. The entire crowd seems a bit in awe of them. What does this red-eyed Hengen yokai do as he approaches?
He notices the board and he goes up to the 2 people he sees already looking at it and goes, "Hey, is this what they call a job board? This is where people will post their troubles going around town?"
Yes, but there's only boring things on the board at the moment.
Rua looks a bit surprised seeing the hentai yokai and like backs up a little bit and just kind of nods, even though she's also looking nervous at the fox next to her like, what is he talking about?
Any and all conversation was cut off as 2 figures were pushed out of the jail, whether they willed it or not. A cranky, black and white haired Hengen yokai with a large nose waved a fist at them. "This is your last warning. If I catch you brawling again, I'll lock you away for a week. Understood?" Rura, we can hear you drawing.
They got their get out of jail free card.
Rura, we can hear you drawing.
That's not me.
Oh. Is it? No, I said the wrong. No? Huh. Anyway.
I think it must have been the static from someone's mic.
Fair enough. Regardless.
Maybe.
Everyone turns to notice the 2, and just the crowd stares at them.
Grisera just rolls her eyes. It's not like I'm going to be staying here long anyway.
Alar bows her head in gracious manner. Thank you, sir. Sorry about the issues.
I'm a
It won't
girl.
happen again. Shit. She mumbles.
Alright.
I tried.
You hear a soft meow.
Giddy!
A clatter of cats begin to meow loudly as they approach, while most are speckled or orange-brown. One cat is as black as night. That wasn't the truly odd thing, however, for as the cat walked, thin wisps, almost like smoke, trailed off its body. Glowing purple eyes on its head seemingly also floated in the mist. Various merchants attempted to shoo the cats away as they got close, but all froze as the cat began to speak. For too long, my brethren, we have gone without the taste of fish from our masters. You forsake us despite our continued diligence and pest control. No longer we are taking what is ours by force. The cats then leaped at the merchants, clawing them. The merchants, while annoyed, weren't trying to really hurt the cats, but claws do hurt. The black cat continued to speak in perfect common. Go, my brothers and sisters. Together we will take back our comfy big beds the Tolbugs forbid us from. We will scratch what we please, knock over what we like, meow for attention when we don't want it. And all the cats meowed in agreement. Well, what do you do?
Vienna right now is debating whether to intervene or to just sit back and be entertained.
Kagura is just
Alexander's. You go first.
Kagura is just standing there a little stupefied at this, like he's never seen cats behave this way before.
We're the same. She's just like, they're too cute. I don't really want to fight them.
Grisera's just thinking, am I still drunk?
Alexander, seeing this, he kind of almost looks like he freaks out, and he grabs the drow by the scruff of her collar and pulls her behind the counter.
Hey, what the fuck?
The merchants kind of just sort of go, get off, get off. No, we will not get off. You will let us sit on your comfy laps. Speaks the cat of many eyes.
But yeah, now Alexander is pushing himself in the drow, behind the counter to try and hide from whatever this is.
They're cats. We can probably take them.
Yeah, the cats, but not that thing. Don't you see a magical beast when you see it?
I mean,
Alex, you've seen this cat around before.
Oh, I have?
Mm-hmm. Everyone's frightened of him, but you know he is around.
Well, should I be afraid of him or shouldn't I?
Most folk are afraid of him, but just continue. Forget I said it.
All right. Right, but yeah, I mean, he starts rubbing his face and he just says, "Look, any cat that looks like that and starts talking cannot be good news. So you know what? You're just better off just laying low until he just fucks off elsewhere."
There's one right behind you, and also get off the counter. I try to swat this cat off the counter.
Yeah, Alexander just like starts shooing the cat away his cat away as well.
Yeah. So what is? I guess that's like a strength check. Athletics.
It's a cat. You easily push it off.
Oh, okay. Oh yeah. I'm still gonna roll athletics for how far it flies.
Sure. You send it flying straight into the keep. Roll initiative.
I actually kind of swatted it at him, sort of. I wasn't aiming for the keep. I was aiming kind of this way.
Okay, you send him flying, and he skids along the gravel of the road. And all the cats immediately begin to crowd around, beginning to meow and hiss. Their attention no longer on the merchants, but on the drow that attacked them. You will pay for
area of effect spell. That won't end badly for you at all.
You will pay for kicking us. You do not kick a cat. We are the ones that are allowed to kick, not you.
Okay, then kick. Okay, then try and kick me.
All right. Roll initiative.
Mm-hmm. Do I have to roll too, considering I'm like in proxy?
Do you plan on attacking the cats?
Oh, I've got.
Alexander doesn't know.
Oh, don't worry.
I'm undetermined.
All right. Well, everyone, just roll initiative, and if you decide to attack on your turn, you can do so. Otherwise, you can say what you're doing on your turn.
Ooh. There we go. Oh, man.
Right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. All right. That is everyone. So, first up, Allah. You are surrounded by cats.
Alexander.
Yeah, there's some tokens.
Odd.
No, I only rolled 11. Yeah.
That's odd.
Oh, that is weird.
Why do they have the same name?
I have no idea. I think it's a glitch.
Yeah, it's probably a glitch, but
Also, I can't see some other names either.
All right.
We all know who this.
Regardless, Alexander.
Yeah. Currently, he's kind of like debating whether or not he should kind of sneak away, but at the same time, like there's a part of him that says he really shouldn't leave this girl alone to fend for herself. So he's begrudgingly sticking by her, kind of he's kind of like begrudgingly sticking by her. He's going to help her with whatever it is she's going to do, but he's not going to directly attack himself.
All right. So you assist. That means Vienna, you get advantage on, I believe it's attacks, yes?
Well,
the help action, yes?
Wasn't quite planning on attacking, but I guess I...
You don't have to attack. I believe it's advantage on whatever you roll, because he's assisting.
Yeah.
Regardless.
But, okay, so first thing I'm gonna do is get a good look at these cats. Do they have collars on them?
Yes. All but the black one.
Okay, in that case, I'm going to just step around and over these cats and stand in front of a black one. Okay, go ahead, kick me. See what happens.
You can't end your turn there because that's an occupied space.
Okay, fine.
And moving through enemies is considered difficult terrain.
Shouldn't be still within my movement easily, so...
Okay.
I mean, I'm just, like, stepping over and around them. They're cats. They don't take up that much space.
Gotcha. Grisura.
I'm doing something as well.
After much debate about whether or not to just go in there and fight, or just get a bag of popcorn and watch the show, Grisura makes her way over. Looks like you could use a you could use a hand. And then I use roll intimidation to glare at the cat, hoping that I scared it enough to frighten it away.
Okay, roll it.
Oops.
Yeah. I mean, let me check, but I'm pretty sure that doesn't. So...
Insight.
Wow. That actually... all the cats begin to share nervous glances before the main cat speaks up and says, "Do not let them! We must get our rights as pets!" One of the cats meows a bit and says, "Shut up, Mins! I am a pet!"
Domestication never! Okay, well... I don't really want to hurt the cats. I really don't. But I also do slightly worry for the three now that are engaging them. I don't want them to be hurt either.
Just go for the large black one that seems to be instigating all of this.
And there's also a horrible magic thing.
What magic thing? All right, I'm still learning how Ranger works. How close do I have to?
Right now, it works basically the same as a fighter.
New. Okay, can't walk that very fast.
With
anyway.
your bow, yes. Let me check.
Yeah.
Your longbow, you can have without any. You can go up to 150 feet without any problems, and you can go up to 600, but anything above 150 you get disadvantage.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Okay. Well, I can move that far at least because my walking distance isn't very good. My flying is fine,
you
but
fly. You're an Aarakocra.
I know I can fly, but I really don't want to showcase that off around here. Okay, let's see. For now, I think I'm going to just maybe try shooting at it. Yeah, I'm gonna try shooting at it, but I don't really. Can I like shoot and like? Well,
you
I
can
don't
only attack non-lethally with melee attacks.
Okay, I'll just try shooting that black thing and see if it works. I don't really know if I'm gonna get good rolls on this. I already got a crit or crit fail on my first roll, so let's see how I do for this one. So yeah, I'm gonna use my longbow to try to hit the black creature, but not the cats.
Okay. All right. So you lift your bow up and you aim it, but your hand twitches and you send it flying instead to land by the feet of the drow.
Oops.
I think you were aiming for the cat, right?
Ruva looks nervous. She goes, yes. Sorry.
Ella.
No worries.
Alara just like has this horrified look as the people are attacking the pure innocent animals. No! And then she just like runs over to the, I guess, the human, and tries to pet one of the cats within, tries to tame it.
I don't know if that's gonna work.
Give me a persuasion or an animal handling, whichever you want. Yeah, that'll do it. The cat immediately begins to purr and starts nuzzling up with you. Purr, purr. And, I'm going to just... There you go.
Come on.
Is that your turn?
Come on.
That would be my action, I guess. Yeah.
All right. The cats. Sorry, wait.
By the way, I put away my shield to give the black cat a better shot.
Okay. So, first up, all the cats immediately. Yeah, I think we can make that, can it? Yeah, it's 40. Okay. So, 10, 20, 30, 10, 20, 30, 15. Yeah, you should be able to make that. And, these cats begin to... So let's put that one there. These cats begin to crowd around, Ella. Well, the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 cats try to call Vienna. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Alright. So let's see. Your AC is 18. So
Yeah, except when the black cat attacks me, then it will be 16.
okay. So you take 2 attacks. Well, that didn't work. Okay.
Well then.
Oh, well, you take 3 damage.
Okay, did the black cat hit me?
No, I'm about to roll that now.
Okay.
The cat meows and says, "You humans are so infuriating." And it's gonna...
Not human.
Oh yes, that's right. You like to call yourselves yokai, is it? What a preposterous name. And it misses.
Damn it. I actually wanted him to hit me.
Okay. Dennis, it is your turn.
Have I heard of this cat before?
Roll a nature or history check.
Okay.
Or arcana, actually. Oh, well, 24 will do it. You notice this cat has quite high intelligence that you know from your many readings is often an indication of a yokai before they've turned of age.
Okay.
Is that your turn?
Interesting. See, I move over here. I say to the cat, "Well, you're rather young, aren't you? It's like about what, your end of your 100 years before you become a sentient person?"
I'm a cat, thank you very much. I don't become a person. I'm a cat, thank you very much. But
And I was a fox.
good for you. Weird yokai.
Diplomacy failed.
Probably because I didn't even roll it.
Well, you can only roll one thing per action, so that's...
Yeah.
So,
was history my action then?
yeah, that was your action.
Okay.
You could use the bonus action, but otherwise, it is Kagura. I'm gonna fix your token. There we go.
Huh?
It's fixing your name in the turn order.
Okay. I kind of just go up and join the crowd out, and I'm just saying,
Thank you.
This is an awfully strange situation. I don't think I've ever seen a cat rebellion before, but there's a first for everything, I suppose.
I don't think any of us have seen a cat rebellion.
It's mayhem. It's mayhem. You get used to it.
Oh, so I'm glad to know I'm not the only one.
Is that your turn?
I guess I'm going to just call all out. I guess I'm just going to call out. So, anyone mind telling me what this is about? I'm kind of new here.
We want fish. We want fish. All the cats meow.
Angry kitties.
Then what's stopping you?
Our owners will not provide us with the fish we desire. In fact, my owner died. It's very tragic, probably.
Probably.
Yeah, that kind of explains why your owner isn't giving you any fish. It's kind of hard for a dead person to feed their pet.
It is not me that wants the fish, though that would be nice. It is these cats, these poor cats who live in this town with no fish to speak of.
So you're telling me that you don't even live in this town?
I live in an abandoned building on the outskirts.
I turn over to Alexander. I turn over to Alexander and ask him, you wouldn't happen to know if there was a river near this town?
Do I know if there's a river near this town?
There is a small river, but it's been a long time since a fish has been caught there.
Alexander just kind of shrugs and he says, there's rivers nearby, but no one's caught fish in that river for, I don't know, years, I reckon.
Well, there goes that suggestion.
It was a good thought, but trust me, this isn't going to go away very easily.
Although, now that you mentioned it, if the people here aren't catching fish, that would explain why the cats haven't been fed any recently.
Alex,
Stands to reason, doesn't it?
You would know that fish aren't normally caught here, and in fact, on very rare occasions, traders will manage to get some fish here, but they tend to be a bit off by the time
They're
they
not
arrive.
They're not a hot commodity, basically.
What do the people here usually feed their cats?
Cat
Cat food?
Yeah, I can't blame them for rising up in that case.
food. Basically, cat food is just, leftovers from meats and things they hunt.
Basically leftovers, yeah.
So is that your turn?
Yeah, Kagura doesn't want. Even Kagura isn't keen on letting this situation turn violent.
Alexander.
All right, so Alexander just. Go ahead. Sorry.
You also know that somewhere just north of here does have a small dock, and they do catch fish rather regularly. It's about days journey.
All right. Alexander's just sitting there pondering to himself for a minute, and his head slowly starts nodding. His eyes widen up, and he goes, "Got it!" And he stands up from where he is, and he moves over to here. Kind of within line of sight of the big black blob here.
Mm-hmm.
He says, "Good sir, may I trouble you for about a moment of your time?"
The wizard or the cat?
The cat.
Don't forget you can turn your tokens. The cat scoffs and says, "What do you want, human?"
Hold up. Hang on. There we go. Okay, so he stands up straight as best as he can, looking presentable, putting on his merchant face, I guess you can say, and he says, unfortunately, I am saddened to inform you that nowhere here does not exactly get fish, and when we do, it is not often in the freshest variety. However, what I can tell you is that up north there is a dock, and I am almost absolutely certain, 100% certain, I might say to you, that they will have exactly what it is you and your companions are looking for.
Last I checked, though, your kind tend to kill us if we so much as try to take a little food for ourselves.
Well, I can't speak
Let
for anyone
alone
else,
the
but
dangers of such a journey. What does it look like? That I'm an adventurer? I'm a cat!
Well, you're a cat with a rather massive intelligence as far as I can tell. Surely you could think of ways to get all of your friends over there without even getting so much as a scratch, am I right? I mean, you see, you were able to rally everyone here under your call to arms, so, I mean, I would imagine it would stand to reason, wouldn't it?
Give me a persuasion with advantage. With advantage.
Persuasion with advantage, okay, here we go. Persuasion.
Yeah, okay. The cat sort of purrs at it as its head tilts to one side and its eyes close, considering that information, and then it says, "Perhaps you could bring me to these fish and procure some and bring me back here, so that I may feed my brethren."
And this is when Alexander starts cringing a bit, and he kind of he's like, "Ooh, that's gonna take a lot. I mean, not to say I won't do it, but I'm just saying it's gonna cost us quite a bit for the adventure, the carriage, armed guards, most likely because the roads are perilous. But I'll tell you what, I'll bring it up with the council. Maybe the guild will help me with the costs, maybe. But I can only promise you that I will try.
Or, is it Bjorn's turn now?
It will be in a second, but the cat pauses considering what you said, but it is Vienna's turn.
Or you could just take your cats and go there yourself, and I cast command.
Command, huh? Okay. So it's a wisdom. Let's see.
Yeah, wisdom saving throw DC 14.
14?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. The cat sort of jolts and says, "Yes, I will do that." And it just begins to walk. The cats don't follow. And
You should have been a little bit more specific.
Brilliant plan, Drow. You got rid of the demon cat, but you didn't get rid of the rest of them.
I'd say that's still a success.
They're apparently not hostile anymore.
The cat sort of just.
It looks to me like the big black one was the only one we needed to get rid of.
The cats are sort of meandering about unsure what to do because, well, they all know that going out there with their level of skill, they'll be dead in a day. And they also know that the black cat's probably dead. So they sort of just wow and just meander around.
Once all that's blown over him, Alexander seems to just loosen up a little bit, and he just sort of wanders over to the drone and says, "Good going there."
If that didn't work, I probably just would have killed it.
Yeah, probably. I mean, that would have been my last resort anyway. But still, good on you for chasing it away. I was not entirely sure about that whole situation, if I'm being honest with you.
Yeah, can't blame you.
You see,
I mean,
the black and white, long-nosed guard from before begin to approach the group. Hey, thanks for dealing with that. That cat's been a problem for quite a while. I mean, you know the laws and, the law about not trying to kill yokai even if they're not fully aware of it, and yeah.
No problem. No problem. Mind controlling my way out of situations is fun.
Rua doesn't look very comfortable at that.
Well, that
Alex
should be back here.
Alexander just laughs and he says, "I like this girl."
Well,
Grisura just grips her axe tightly. If she tries that with me...
Calm down. She seems to be on the up and up.
She gives a nod and she says, "Well, my name is Macy Bright Rose. I, sort of manage this small security force that resides here. We're honestly quite understaffed, if I'm honest, but, well, she rifles through her pockets for a moment and then goes up and pulls out a beer token. Here, take this. Take it to the Places Inn. Tell them I sent you, and they'll let you stay in the inn for a night for free."
Nice, thanks.
And she hands it over.
Right. So, beer
Like-
token.
Is that like for everyone or just for the one who actually sent the creature away?
Well, if you go as a group, then yeah, he'll give you all a shared room. It'll probably take two rooms to fit you, but well, yeah, he'll give you a room to sleep, a bed to sleep in, and as long as you go as a group. I mean, if you go as two separate groups, you're probably not gonna get all a free room.
Rua looks concerned. A group?
Well, yeah, you are an adventuring party, yes? Yes? She looks to you.
Not really, I just met these people.
Oh,
We
and-
literally
I
just met
only
each
just
other
arrived in town. I've never seen any of these people before in my life.
oh, well, that's odd. You sort of look like an adventuring party. And she leans back regarding you. Yeah, if I was to describe what you all look like right then, yeah, you look like an adventuring party. And
Well, we're
then
not.
she says, "Well, I gotta get back to my duty. Standing around is tiring business." And she heads back to her post.
Take care, sir.
Now, Alex,
Grisura raises an eyebrow.
guys, quickly. Alex, you feel
Yes?
a familiar presence briefly, and then it fades away.
Alexander, he visibly looks, kind of surprised for a moment, and his eyes start, slowly looking around and shifting.
All right.
Then
everyone
he,
keep going.
Then he, kind of, holds up a finger for a moment. He says, "Can you all excuse me for a minute?" and he goes maybe about here, away from everyone.
Okay. Everyone,
And
what are you doing?
Rura looks around unsure for a second, and then she didn't notice Grizera was behind her. So she kind of jolts surprised and then like leaps back and bumps into somebody. I'm not sure who to bump into though.
I'm looking through some of the other stalls in the bazaar, just seeing if there's anything of interest there. Sort of idly.
Okay. You see maps, you see fruit, you see meat, you see maps, you see... Oh, maps.
How expensive are most of these maps actually?
About 50 copper to a silver.
Uh-oh.
Okay.
The jig is up. I better leave town.
Alright.
Okay,
Quick pause.
Alexander confirmed Tingle.
His cash register is still open, or whatever he uses for his money.
Is your cash register open, Alex?
I keep all the money I ever earn on my person. I'm not that stupid.
Everyone? Alex, you've gone off on your own. What are you doing?
Right. I pull out the scroll that I have with me, and I unfurl it, checking left and right for a moment to make sure that I'm alone, and then I mumble to myself, "Yoru wa konya nate horo imasu."
The paper shimmers for a moment, and you see a mask appear on it. After a moment, text appears underneath it, and the black eyes stare at you, and it simply says, "Discover."
Alexander just kind of shakes his head and rolls up the paper. Not helpful. But, he just puts his game face back on and he says, "I still can't shake the feeling about this. What was that just now? If it wasn't him, then who?"
So, everyone else, what are you doing?
Well,
Right now,
Real
I'm just
quick.
waiting. Right now, I'm just waiting for Alex back at his stall.
Alright.
well, since Rura is surprised, she kind of leaps back for a second and she bumps into the centaur first. And she goes, "Oh, I'm sorry," and then she bumps over and into Kagura next, like, "Oh, I'm so sorry."
You're an awfully jumpy one, aren't you?
Sorry.
Alar jumps and almost kicks Yaraka. Arua and almost in pure shock. I'm like, why? Why?
I'm sorry. I really didn't mean to.
Alright. So, Alex, assuming you head back to the group, you immediately bump into a certain drow.
And,
So, expensive living conditions here, huh?
somewhat, yes.
Well, because every other stall around here seems to be is selling their shit for 50 coppers apiece. Funny thing, huh? I am gripping my warhammer right now.
Yes, funny thing indeed.
The tapir,
He said,
the tapir calls out from her post and says, "Oi! No fights while I'm on duty!"
But yeah, all Alexander said, and his face just kind of looks too concentrated on something else, and he just kind of nods to himself and he says, yes, and he reaches into his pocket and he gives her the gold back that she told her to. Like, he just nonchalantly just gives it back.
Okay, you are way too calm about being caught like this.
He says, "What? I'm sorry. I'm just my mind's elsewhere. Did you want something else? I'm sorry."
Not really.
Well,
And then she's like turns around as if to leave.
you
This
all,
place is, and she just goes around. This place is fucking weird.
before you leave, you all know that if you want a free night, you have to enter the inn as a group. And inns can be a little expensive.
Hmm.
I mean, hell, when I'm alone, I have my guild pay for my room. And so, yeah, this is kind of like,
I check my pockets. The 100 gold that I won from the fight with the centaur has been confiscated and never returned. And I was not looking forward to sleeping under the stars. And besides, I might get free ale.
Nah, it just says free room.
Actually, it doesn't say anything. It's a token with a beer on it.
Well, the tapier woman said free room.
So what do you do?
I guess I head to the inn.
What is everyone else doing?
Rira reluctantly follows, even if she's not so sure about this. She doesn't really want to sleep outside.
Kagura is just walking alongside her, telling her, just relax, take a deep breath. You get a free room for the night, and then you can go about your merry business from there. Sound good?
And then she looks at Alex, and Vienna looks at Alex and says, "Why are you here? You live here."
he just says, "No reason." He still looks like he's in another world.
Rira looks to Kagura and just like, okay, thank you. I'm sorry. I'm not used to being in big groups.
That's okay. Neither am I. Or rather the large groups I've been in don't pay me much mind.
So,
well, I'm Rura. Who are you?
Hayashi, Kagura Hayashi. Pleasure to meet you. I'm a noble from Lundruk.
A noble? Huh. Well, I'm not familiar to many places, but it's nice to meet you too, Kagura.
alright. So, you enter the inn.
Freeform.
At one table, you can see two yokai, a coyote and a canary, trading quips about how one would definitely eat the other. At another table, a female and a male. One of them, the male has rather long ears pointing straight up, while the female has a sort of pig-like appearance. And at the final table, you see this massive, bulky yokai with horns coming outside of his head, and he's just got this sort of hair that just completely covers his body, and you can't even see his eyes. And at the bar, you see a rather brown-looking man with hair that goes all the way down his back. Almost like it goes down and also forms his tail. Or perhaps it's just so long that they both blend together. He smiles as you approach and he says, Hey, welcome to the Places Inn. I'm Nebert.
Yeah, just going to ignore that one. Yeah, the guard captain. Yeah,
Yes.
Sergeant Brignose gave me the thing, and
Yes,
I
my
show him the
favorite
beer.
customer, Brooklyn Nose.
Yeah, I show him the beer token.
Ah, yes, I see. She's pulling some work off onto Hapless Adventurers again. He places it under the counter and he says, Right, you, there's, 1, 2, 3, 6, 6? No,
Yeah,
7.
yeah,
I see, 7, yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry, I missed the orc. She kind of blends into the painting. And right behind Grizura is a painting of just a green forest. So, that'll probably be about... So it'll be 2 rooms. One will have 4 beds, and the other will have 4 beds as well. So decide who's sharing. And, if you want a drink, they're about 5 copper.
Sure.
Cool. And he begins to pour a drink, and he places it down, and he says, "Right, there you go. That'll be 5 copper."
And I give him the 5 copper.
Great.
Not gonna bother detracting that, because
The drink, when you take a sip, is so watered down, you can barely taste the alcohol.
well, you get what you pay for.
Regardless, he glances to the group and then he notices the 3 at the back and he kind of motions them forward and he says, Come in. Let me tell me about yourselves."
Grisera just places her head on her left arm as she leans on the bar, disgruntled that not only did the barkeep mistook her for a painting, but she has no money for any ale, not even the hardest stuff.
You know what? Since you adventuring types tend to have the best stories, I'll do you a favor. You can have 1 drink on the house. But I want to hear a little, little information. A quid pro quo, as it was. He sort of gives a soft whinny.
Well, I just mind control the demon cat to go away.
Oh, that's very nice. I figured as much. That cat tends to come by here often. Yokai, am I right?
Hearing the offer, I point my thumb over to the centaur. I got into a fight with Pony Princess here yesterday, and we both ended in the slammer.
I know. It was so lovely that I got a visit from Miss Brignose, and she happened to give me the money to repair my the stuff you broke.
Ruben looks surprised and looks both of them like, what?
He slowly begins to make his way from the drow over to you, and he brings his arms crossed and he sort of leans forward on the bar table and he says, "So, do you want that drink? Or do you want to go into the jail again?"
Give me the damn drink.
He gives a soft smile and places down the water drink. Of course. So tell me about yourself.
That depends. What exactly are you looking for?
Oh, you know how you all came to become a group. You look like quite the ragtag bunch.
It was...
I literally just met all these people.
Oh,
Ruben.
I see. It was one of
nods her
those.
head, nervous.
I'm sorry, he chuckles. When I see adventurers together, they're normally already part of a group, so I just assumed. He,
Yeah, so did the sergeant.
He nods and he says, well, it must have been one of those crossing of fate things, like, you know how those go. Adventurers tend to solving a problem and then they become the best of partners or whatever, you know. And he moves over to give everyone a drink as he speaks. You know,
But yeah,
adventurers group. It's in all the writings.
So to this Berlin, he pulls out this cup-like contraption and says, could you put mine in this? It's something I made recently. It's supposed to chill the liquids inside it.
He gives a soft.
Okay, Vienna gets really close to get a good look.
Alright,
It looks all spiffy.
but yeah, Alexander, I'm still thinking to himself. He just points to the cup and he says, "You know that's going to blow up, right?"
Whatever would make you think that?
Vienna backs up.
A cup exploding. Well now, that is, Are you sure you've only just met?
Magic's a funky thing.
Yeah, Rua looks curious. Cups can explode.
I worked really hard on this cup.
Kagura's eyebrow raises at the prospect of an exploding cup.
And he says, "Go, no, don't on me. I'm just saying stuff out loud. I'm not even here. I'm sorry. Just it might not blow up. It might. I don't know.
I'm gonna BRB real quick. My cat wants in.
Okay. So he pauses for a moment, considering it, and then he says, "Well, the deal was a drink for some knowledge about your past. So, tell me about yourself."
I want to run a magical item shop at some point in time in the future. I'm working on making magical items at the moment. They don't seem to like me.
Where do you hail from? Are you from Frozen?
Frozen.
Oh yes. I hear you can fly over there. Is that true? I hear you can fly over there. Is that true?
Yes.
Wow. That's amazing. You wizards, eh?
I'm back.
Welcome back.
Welcome back.
Well, for a flying wizard, as that is a rare appearance, he places down the drink and immediately dives for cover.
Goes to push the button to start cooling, for the cup to start cooling. Pushes the button.
Roll me 1d20.
Yeah, Ruba looks really nervous, saying the bartender just ducked down, and she's like, should we take cover too?
Yeah, I just raised my shield.
It explodes. You take 1d3 damage.
All of us, or just
him?
He was closer.
Yeah, I don't think I'll be patronizing your shop when you open it, man.
After seeing that explode, Maybert hops up and he says, "Oh, that's a shame. Well, that's gonna cost some money to get repaired. How about 50 gold?"
How big did it explode? Oh, character.
It took out. It's badly burned the bar in front of you. It's badly singed and
Keep it.
a little.
Just keep it like that. It's a good conversation starter.
Or I could get my 50 gold and repair it.
Fair.
So, what'll it be?
I seem to be short on money, but I will most definitely pay for it when I can.
Well, I happen to know where you could make some money if you so choose.
Sure, why not?
I believe, Macy was looking for some adventurers to take out some raiders on the road to Shady Sands. I believe the
that sounds fun.
bounty was about 50 gold.
Sure. Would you guys like to join me in taking out some raiders tomorrow?
Is it 50 gold total or 50 gold per person in on it?
Total, but... Well, you never know what you find, and you might be able to haggle a larger price out of her. I'm sorry, not 50, 70.
That's a good point.
50, not 50, 70. My bad.
Kagura steps up intrigued, asking, "Are these raiders a reoccurring threat in this area?"
No. From what I understand, the gentleman kicked them out of Shady Sands, and they decided to set up in, the area that is, between Shady Sands' area of influence and, the main capital's influence.
They must be attacking stray stragglers that get lost in Shady Sands.
Well, I don't know about you, but, you, Alexander. Yes, that's your name, I remember that. Yes, I saw you that one time when you dropped all your maps out the window. But,
Yes, I did indeed do that at one point in time.
But, yeah, you might have noticed the trade's been getting a little less. And, that's because they're kind of blocking the way to the southernmost areas. And, from what I understand, you have to pay a toll of 1 gold to get through. Despite the, it's not much, but, it kind of adds up for traders, and they kind of don't want to bother with it, and, you don't get much business because of the north area being so au naturel.
And it's only a matter of time before I won't be able to pay my dues to the guild.
He looks to the party and he says, "So, looks like you are an adventuring party after all."
You said these raiders are blocking anybody that comes to and from the south?
They're not blocking per se, but so much as making people pay to pass through the road.
Is this including Lundruk?
Well, they only control a small section of the road, and I'm going to move you back to the map just quickly so I can show you exactly what I'm talking about.
By the way, during this conversation, Dennis Merlin is going around gathering the bits and pieces of the cup so he can try to reassemble it.
Alright, roll me a... I'd say, roll me a dexterity check.
Okay.
He pulls out a map and Nabet places it down, and he says, "So, we're in nowhere right here, as you can see. And, as you can see, and over here is one of their blockades, and over here is the second blockade."
So nowhere's not going to get a lot of trade because of that.
Yeah, it's kind of a...
No wonder it's slowed down around here.
Yeah.
Probably why the fish is bad too.
Oh, well, no, that's just, we haven't had fish in like 20 years.
Well,
The Alexander just kind of he goes on the bar, and then he looks at everyone and he says, "Okay, I'm just gonna say it because no one seems to have brought it up. After that fight, did any of you sense anything out of the ordinary?
I sense that it's just been scammed, if that's what you mean.
There was a lot going on that I've considered out of the ordinary. You're going to need to be a little more specific.
Yeah, same. I'm not familiar with this place or what happens here regularly.
I just came from the forest. I have no idea what's going on over here, honestly.
I've been wandering for a while.
I had a bad bout of gas earlier, Neighbor quips.
I don't need to know that, Bird.
He gives a witty chuckle.
But yeah, Alexander just sighs to himself and he says, well, like it or not, it seems like circumstances have brought us together. I need to get those bandits out of the way so I can resume my business, and you all likely need the work anyway if you're going to stay here a moment longer. So, just to get this out of the way, he stands up, straightens out his back, and he looks to, how do you pronounce your character's name again, Wed? Sorry?
Oh.
Vierna.
You what?
Vierna.
Vierna, okay. And he looks to Vinir, and he says, Madam, I'm sorry that you feel cheated. However, I must explain to you that look at the quality of the map that I gave you.
Okay, what quality were the other maps that I saw?
They were pretty basic quality, like the kind of map you get from someone who's just sort of knows where everything is and isn't really referencing it because they're just trying to get it out quickly.
And what's his map like?
His map is gorgeously detailed.
Okay, does that make it worth a gold?
It's debatable, but it would make it worth more, but only if you really cared that your map was fancy.
Very well. I give him 50 silver.
Right, and he just, holds out his hand, and he plays around with the silver for a bit, and then he just puts it back onto the bar, and then he says, I can't accept it.
Eh?
Look, I'll put it like this. I do believe that my maps need to make a bit more money than the rest of them, because I honestly try my damnedest with them. This is my passion, my life's work. This is what my family have been doing for generations. But now that is being threatened by these bandits who think they can scam other people and stop trade. I don't need to remind you that trade is important for any settlement, especially here in nowhere, when our main import
trade is important, and I follow the god of trade. It for God's sake. Now let's go kill these things.
As you leave, you will feel an oddly chill wind pass through the bar. No one else seems to notice, but you will give a sort of shiver at it.
Can I throw out a perception?
You may.
Yeah, give me a minute, perception.
Vienna, you feel
what?
it. The slightest presence of your patron.
Yeah.
Of a what?
Of your,
God?
Yeah.
And wonder what he wants.
You say aloud randomly.
Yeah.
Ruben looks nervous after her feathers kind of ruffle a little bit. She's like, I don't know about this.
This is something I never really had to deal with in my life.
Regardless.
Yeah. I'm gonna roll a religion check to see if I can figure out what out if there's any sort of occasion to this.
You may.
Well, actually, hold on. I'm also gonna cast guidance on myself, to sort of boost that.
Okay. Roll.
Yeah. Expect to be seeing that a lot, by the way.
Roll 1d4.
19.
So, your god is blowing a wind to sort of give you an inclination that something big is about to happen. That your group, it's as if a big red eye has been focused on all of you. But
Sounds vague, but thanks for the heads up.
That's what your religion says cold wind means. It means that something has noticed your presence.
Oh.
Do I successfully find all the pieces of my cup?
It's very important about his cup.
After much obsessive picking up, you manage to get every piece, yes.
Hooray! I put the pieces back into my bag.
Rua looks to the fox curiously and she goes, "Are you sure you're okay?"
That was only the first time.
Does
If it doesn't work the second time, then the third time's a charm.
your items always explode like that? Are they supposed to?
They're not supposed to. They might explode often, though.
Oh.
Naybert calls out and says, Drell, before you go, you should probably visit the stores and, pick up some supplies.
Yeah, sure.
Because you might be out there for a day. And I'll keep your room open since you're not going to be in town.
Appreciate it.
Alexander, he just follows Venera out the door, looking at his feet as, thinking as he just follows.
Alright. Grisura, what are you doing? Grisura? You're muted. Alright, we'll come back to her. Ala? Rura?
So Dennis says, sometimes, instead of blowing up, they just fall apart. But I think they're getting better.
So
and he has this foolhardy smile on his face like, yeah, I can do this.
Rua looks confused and points, so something exploding means it's getting better?
It's what they call the sound of progress.
Oh, okay. Well, I wish you the best.
Regardless, you make your way outside. Alex?
Real quick.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I was saying, Rura kind of holds up her hand for a second and flexes away. And she goes, real fast, I don't know everybody's names. Can I ask who's who since we're all going together?
I'm Bjorn.
Hi.
I'm Dennis Merlin.
Hi, I hope your cup gets better.
Just a quick reference. Dream had to be in a restroom for a minute.
Okay. Well,
Oh, seems like she's back now.
going back to names. So, you all introduce your names since someone
Well,
was in.
I mean, actually, right quick. Sorry. Alexander. He does a polite bow to Brewer, and he says Alexander, as his name.
Alright. So,
Hi.
So, you all introduce your names, and you, Alex, knowing the town like the back of his hand, would point out to the stores and say, and you know exactly where every store is, and you point to them.
Yep. All right. He moves over here and he points out and says, "This here's your general store. Any general purpose stuff you want, like rope or other such nonsense, this is where you're gonna get it."
I got most of the stuff already.
Yep. And right over here, and this is for you pointing at. This is the magic shop right here.
Interesting. What kind of magical things do they sell?
I don't know. I don't really go in there much often myself. You're gonna have to go in there and find out.
I'll come back when I have money.
Rura looks
Go.
just that Rura looks confused at Alec and she points to Dennis. She goes, "His name's Dennis, not Pointy Hat. He just told us his name."
Yes, I'm aware of that. I called him Pointy Hat because, he has a pointy hat.
But that's not his name.
It's a nickname.
Nicknames are supposed to be shorter.
Kagura just puts his hand on Rura's shoulder and tells her, let it go. And we all know who he's talking about.
Rura kind of jolts at the touch and kind of like skitters away a little bit from Kagura and says, "Okay."
So,
But yeah, anyway, let's keep going. He moves over here, points down to the market exit, and he says, "And right down there is the apothecary. Any of you guys want to make potions, or you just want to get your general purpose use potions? That's right down that way."
Right.
And and the bazaar's right over there, where you met me.
Yeah.
It was rather bizarre. Cats attacking people.
Pretty sure that's I'm pretty sure that where we all met, where the lot of us met each other.
Yeah, funny that. Anyway.
Did he just ask what a bazaar was?
No, he said it was bizarre.
Ah, I was trying to see if I heard it right or not.
He's making a pun.
you have been told where all the shops are? What do you do?
Well, I'm broke, so I'm not
Let's go
going
take some bandits down.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes,
Can I?
the sooner we get those guys off the road, the sooner my business can pick up.
Alright. So, I'm going to use Grizura's token for your traveling thing, and I'm just going to move you all guys up to Prosh.
I'm on my way from misery to happiness.
Alright.
City.
So,
I was thinking we're following the
which one
leader,
are you
the
going
leader.
for? The east one or the west one? East? West.
It seems more of a direct route, so...
Alright. So,
I'd take whichever is closer.
Yeah, east looks closer.
I mean,
Well-
we're gonna have to take out both anyway if general trade is going to resume, but yeah, let's
Well-
stop the nearest.
the nearest is the one heading towards Shady Sands, which will take you about 4 hours, whereas the one on the east will take you 6 hours.
No, but the road like starts out headed toward the east one.
That is true. Alright. So, you head on down, and you spend some time talking, and what do you talk about?
Rura isn't so sure what to talk about. She kind of stays quiet. Just listen.
Dennis makes attempts to reassemble his cut while they're traveling.
Alex just looks to Canary and he says, "So, what exactly brought you to nowhere?"
I just needed some updated sea lane and maps. It's kind of just clergy business, basically.
Clergy business? Oh, well, now you piqued my interest. What have the clergy sent you out for to do?
What?
I said, what have the clergy sent you out to do?
Well, basically, like that heavy trading season's coming in. The clergy wants some up, like sea lane.
Yeah, okay, so just kind of like a...
where to pray for the good winds.
So you're basically on a milk run.
Basically.
Alara would poke Dennis's cup whenever he finished making it with her stick.
Rura does stop for a second and she looks to Alara and she waves to her and says, "I'm sorry before about bumping you and almost making you kick me."
Well, It happens. It's a natural reflex of centaurs to kick whenever we get bumped from behind. So just be careful of that in the future.
Right.
Yeah, getting kicked in the head by a horse is no joke.
And like,
I'm pretty sure it would hurt, right?
It does.
Have to make a
It
mental
does.
note to stay either beside or in front of you.
Look, let's put it this way. It's not fun. You don't want to be in that situation in general.
Well, I mean, as long as you're not the one getting kicked.
Are you speaking from personal experience?
No, I've just seen it happen before.
All right.
Now I'm wondering if he saw us fight.
Oh, could that be why you know? Did you see their fight?
And he just kind of looks up to the sky and he says, I have no idea what...
So, after a bit of a journey, you finally make it to the bit of the road that has barricades set up, and it's there's trees along the road. It would be
Where's
pretty...
my token? My token's missing.
I'll get it in a second. Let me finish the description. It's rather, there's a few bushes. It's getting a bit hot as you're in the more deserty parts of the land, and you can see two specific groups of raiders have set up small barricades on both sides of the road. And as you approach, they all sort of rise and regard you, and they say, "Halt, travelers."
Is this your road?
Yes.
Good, I'd like to file a complaint. Your road sucks.
I don't care.
And it's like, do you want to say that right to their faces now?
I mean, we're gonna kill them all anyway.
Don't mind me, I'm just checking behind the tokens before I paste it. There you go.
Thank you.
So, they all say, "We don't care if you think our road sucks. Road sucks."
Well, I'm not paying any toll until you address the problems with it.
You'll pay the toll if you want to get past.
Grizzer,
Now, I have a quick question. Well, does this toll make the road better, but anyway, or does it just make you richer?
It makes our lives better.
But how does that make my life better?
I know, that's not very fair.
Yeah, I'm just casually approaching.
You see all of them all the raiders lift their crossbows up and say, "Take another step, and we will shoot."
I've got my Eldritch Blast.
Okay, new question. If we were going to pay you, how are we supposed to pay you if we can't approach you?
Simple. You put the gold coin on the road, and we don't shoot you as you pass.
Grizera sighs in frustration and whispers to Vierna, "Can we please kill them now?"
Yeah, one moment. I'm still walking towards them. I drop a gold coin on the road, and then I approach them. And then as soon as they're within range, as I'm right on this spot,
They move back as you approach to give you passage.
yeah.
Wait, no.
And
You're
then
too close.
soon as I'm right here, I cast Thunderwave.
Alright, everyone roll initiative.
Finally!
We were
Yells
just like,
Grizera.
she
You
growls.
couldn't have waited until we were a little closer.
Well, I assumed you were walking too.
Oh, that sucks.
Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's 7. Okay.
Could you add mine to the turn order? I didn't actually click my token.
Okay. 1 second. What did you get?
I got a 17.
Okay, 1 sec. Okay. So, first up, Vienna, cast your Thunder Wave.
Right. So.
It's 20 by, it's 10 by 10, right?
I believe it's 15 by 15, but let me double check that. Nah. Yeah, it's a 15-foot cube.
All right, let me redraw that because that's 20.
So
10,
yeah,
15,
so it's gonna
15,
that's
15,
20.
15. Yep,
So,
I know,
yeah,
I'm
it's gonna-
redrawing it.
Yeah, it's gonna hit. It's gonna hit this guy, this guy. Yeah, it's gonna hit those three.
All right.
So-
Is the thunder wave around itself?
No, it can't. It goes. No, it goes out from yourself, but but like you have to be in melee distance basically.
The
but it's
DC
not around
is
itself.
14, yes? Is the DC 14?
Yep.
Okay, so it's con. Alright. 1, 2. Both thugs make it. And now for the bandit. He fails. So he takes 13.
So yeah, the thugs only take half damage.
Okay.
The bandit takes takes full damage. Oh, also he gets blown back.
Yeah,
10
he
feet.
gets sent back. I love Thunder Wave.
Alright.
Yeah, he gets blown back 10 feet.
5, 10. Okay. He'd be knocked into the barricade because the barricade's there.
Does he
Just
take more
slammed
damage
into the
from that?
wall.
Pardon?
Does he take more damage from that?
No. It's
Oh.
just, you can't, if you're knocked into your ally, you're not going to be knocked back further.
Eh.
The ally would be knocked back, but it's a blockade.
I mean,
So-
getting slammed into a properly treated wood, it seems like it would hurt.
Moving on.
But, okay.
So. Okay. And is that your turn?
That is my turn.
Alright. Rura, it is your turn.
Okay. Not happy about having to fight, but okay.
Out of spells.
Real quick, who has the crossbows? Is it these three here in the front?
All the thugs have a crossbow, and as for the bandits, they also have crossbows. Everyone has a crossbow.
Okay.
Everyone gets a new car!
Yay! Okay, well. Uh-oh. Oh, wait, that's why. I couldn't select my token. There we go. So the range for the longbow is 150, right?
You are easily within range.
Okay. Well, I'm not going to
Easily.
get too close, yeah. I'm just going to kind of just stay here and just fire at...
You could go airborne.
I can fly up and shoot?
Yep.
Yeah. Aircocker
Ooh.
can fly.
That's right,
I
okay.
think you'd be kind of be a sitting duck for their crossbows if you did that.
Or you could fly out of range for them, but not for you.
What is the range for a crossbow? Do I know that?
Less than for a longbow. I know that.
You can roll a
Okay, well.
knowledge
Oh.
check.
Sure, why not? See if I know for sure. That way I can know how to, or where to stay away from. Oh. No, not lag again. So, what is it, a wisdom save? Or,
Knowledge. So yeah, wisdom or intelligence.
okay, let's try this one.
Okay. You know reasonably what distance to be out of range of the bandits' crossbows, but about 100 feet.
Alrighty then. Alright, oh, that was my action then. Can I at least take to the sky, at least where I'm at?
Yes, you still have your movement.
Okay, so can't attack now, but I do at least, take up to the sky, and then I'll move. Ooh.
You can move 20 feet up.
Yeah, I'll at least move 20 feet up.
Okay.
She can fly 50 feet.
Yes, I can. So if I need to get closer really quick, then I can. But, we'll see.
Alright. Ella.
You know, if you're not using one of her bubbles for anything, you could probably use it for how high she is.
Ella.
Gonna use Shillelagh as my bonus.
Okay.
And I'm gonna have to charge.
Alright. Charge away.
So is that double my movement speed?
Let me just quickly check, but I believe so. Charge. If you move at least 30 feet, you can... It doesn't add movement.
Okay.
It just says if you move at least 30 feet, you can add damage to your attack.
So I can only do one bonus action, one regular action. So I'm going to move my 40. And I'm going to use my action to... What's it called? Entangle.
Okay.
20 foot. It's going to be these four right here. I'm not sure how you want to make the square. I don't know how to make squares yet.
Just a moment. 5, 20, 20, 20, 20. So, yeah, you can hit them. So, it's a strength saving throw against your spell save DC, which is 14. Alright. So you get 3 thugs, so it's strength. 4, so that beats it. That fails. That beats it. And now for the bandit. Strength. That doesn't beat it. So
2 are ridden, 2 are in difficult terrain.
Okay. Is that your turn?
That'll be my turn.
Alright. Alexander.
Alright, I'm here. Now, I'm going to try and make, the Drow's, life a little better. Easier. So, what I'm going to do is, I'm going to use, hang on, give me a minute. I'll describe it first. The, mark on Alexander's shoulder starts to glow as it seems like power starts gathering in his arm. And the veins in his arms also start to seem like they glow eerily with power as well. And he shouts out, "Venera, you better duck!"
I do so.
And he throws out a chill touch on this man right here. Give me a minute.
On a bandit, yes?
The one that Venera's right next to. Yeah.
Okay.
This guy.
Yep. That's a miss.
Fuck.
Is that your turn?
I guess I'll probably move a little closer.
Okay.
About here.
It's the bandit's turn. So, they are all going to lift their crossbows
Question: are they technically surprised, or were they still suspicious?
They were alert.
Okay.
They
Continue.
saw you coming, and they had their crossbows up and ready. So, one attacks Vienna with mace. Does a 19 hit? Yeah. Your AC is 18. Yes.
Just barely. Which one did it?
The one right in front of you.
Oh, in that case, that means he's within 5 feet. It me, yes?
Yes.
Give him some of that divine retribution.
Something like that. I'm going to use my reaction into proc Wrath of the Storm.
Alright. He fails
makes an-
that.
Okay, he takes 5 lightning damage.
What happens if that kills him? Do you still take the damage?
I believe so.
Yeah.
This still occurred.
Alright.
Yeah.
So
I
you
still
take
take damage.
you take 6 bludgeoning damage. So what happens is, as he grips his mace, he brings it to swinging against your head, and your face just goes to one side, and you put your hand to your cheek, almost as if you've been slapped, and you give this sort of
And then he immediately gets struck by lightning.
and after a second, a brilliant flash of light just arcs right down to where he is. Crack! And all that's left is a pile of ash.
So, you fine fellows were just leaving, right?
Dennis, it is your turn. Oh wait, no, I still haven't finished everyone else's turn. Okay. So, the thugs were a bit... one of them hesitatingly, after one of the guys in better armor speaks up and says, "Just shoot the bitch!" And, well, he does just that. A turn misses though, and the guy goes, "Ugh, you useless!" And he moves up, and he is going to attack you with his scimitar. And he misses. God! This guy is going to just, come over here and help me. And he's like, yes sir. And he moves here to get advantage. And he attacks. And he swings to hit your other cheek, but he doesn't want to get shocked, so it's kind of like, and the mace just sort of falls against your cheek like it's caressing it. And you take no damage. In fact, you reach up and you just grab his hand and take the mace off him and just drop it.
That was a nat 1, wasn't it?
Yes.
I don't drop I do not drop the mace. I take it away from him.
Okay, you take the mace
If you're
away.
not yeah.
The bandits all look to each other and say, "What was this? This guy straight up books it." What? Get back here, you bloody balls! This guy.
Where are you going? We haven't danced yet.
This guy steps out of the thorns and goes over here.
Oh no! If he's going where I think he's going, then you'll have your chance soon enough.
He steps out and he can go to here. He is going to angle his crossbow and fire at Fiona. Because goddamn, they really hate her, and they're not very smart. That was a natural 20.
Oh.
So
no.
How much damage?
8 plus 3.
Oh no!
I'm down.
The guy speaks and says, "Ha! That's how you do it." See, what did I tell you guys? The other two, bolstered by this, both step out and head to attack.
Wait, 2 of them are entangled. Which ones are entangled?
The ones that just, I think.
Well, they can still move out. It's just difficult terrain.
No, they're rooted.
No, if they're restrained, then they can't move at all.
Nope.
Okay. In that case, they lift up their crossbows and, well, 2 attacks. The first one shoots, and it goes wide, only for the other guy wanting to show off a bit, actually aims his bow and shoots it at the arrow, reflecting it and sending it into your shoulder. That was another natural 20.
Oh, great.
You take 8 plus 6.
Oh, I'm dead.
Oh my god.
Not dead, you're down.
Dead.
Down.
Wait, what about me?
That affected him too. Alex's health.
Huh, that's odd. Let me fix that up for some reason. There you go. Regardless, Dennis, it is your turn.
Oh, that doesn't look very good.
There's something I don't understand. I thought Entangle restrains creatures.
Doesn't that
It
just
does.
stop them from moving?
I remember
Yes,
watching another.
being restrained. That's what being restrained is. It means you can't move at all.
Like I saw Entangled be used in like a Curse of Strahd campaign, and it stopped people
Regardless.
from moving entirely.
Moving on, Dennis, it is your turn.
So those attacks are kind of void.
No.
They
Let's
all
just
use
move on.
crossbows, so
Dennis, it is your turn.
Oh, wait, a creature's attack roll has disadvantage.
Okay. In that
But
case,
that's already too late.
in that case, you only take 8 damage.
Okay.
So you're still standing.
Yeah.
I'm still standing.
Alright, so, what are you... Rua. What are you firing it at, Dennis? You need to describe. Dennis?
Oops. Wait, why did I grab your character?
We've been over this. Just... Dennis, are you there?
Hmm?
Hmm.
We might have lost Brain.
brain.
Alright, sorry.
Thank
My bad.
you.
I
You
used
need
the
to-
physical mute switch, and I forgot to unmute myself.
What are
Sorry.
you attacking?
This one.
Okay. You do 2 damage.
So that's the first attack, which is 2.
Okay.
Same target.
Okay.
Same target.
Alright. So, Kagura, it is your turn.
All right, I'm going to. Been thinking this through for a little while. What I'm going to do. I'm going to walk out here. I believe that's 30 feet.
Okay.
Or 30 feet.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to draw my short bow and attempt to hit the guy who was behind Vierna.
Alright.
Alright.
Let me just... that's a miss.
Of course it is.
Grizura, it is your turn.
At this point, I can move 30 feet. Although, can I throw my hand axe?
They can't be thrown. Yes.
I'm wondering if I can, if I can reach, chuck it at this guy.
I believe it's
Hand
2040.
axes can be thrown. Yes.
2d40?
No,
I
it's
believe
40
it's
feet.
20,
It's
40.
basically just treat it as a regular attack. Yeah, it's like with a javelin. You can either use it in melee or you can throw it.
25 feet.
Then I just move there.
Roll it.
Oh, you mean I can actually throw it?
Yeah, you can
Yeah.
throw it.
That would be a disadvantage, I think, though.
I can't click this disadvantage. That's the
Just click the attack. It should automatically be set. Yeah, see?
Yeah, there it goes.
Disadvantage.
Disadvantage 15.
15 still hits, so roll damage.
Alright,
Ooh, nice.
Full damage.
I'm rolling.
Okay.
7.
So, you aim, your arms shaking a bit as you up and down as you angle, and then you lift your other hand up, squinting an eye, and thunk, and the man falls.
He's
Nice.
just been tomahawked.
Nice.
Is that your turn?
That's my turn, unless I can throw a scimitar at a farther distance, which I doubt.
Vienna, give me a death save.
All right, that's just a d20. Pass.
Alright, that's one success. Or you could just click death save on your character sheet, but Rura, it is your turn.
My turn. Okay. I'm worried still about the paralyzes down now, but I'm going to move here. No, wait, right here. Yeah. I'm going to take a shot. Who should I hit? Who should I try to hit? If I can. Hopefully I can. I'm going to go
This
after
was
this
taking
guy.
some damage.
Yeah, I'm going to go after that guy.
Okay. Roll it.
Let's see. Oh, no!
You drop your longbow and it falls to the ground.
Whoa.
You'll
Rue's
have
like,
to
"Oh,
learn.
no!"
You'll have to learn to pick it up, which will cost movement. Which will cost movement. Because
Oh,
you're flying.
man. Yep.
All right, Ella.
I will cast Healing Word on myself real quick.
Vienna is down and is doing death saves, right?
I didn't know I could heal him even when he's death saved.
Healing word
Okay.
will automatically bring them back to their feet. Yeah.
I'll do Healing Word on him. Or her.
Okay.
Sorry.
Thank you.
Won't we still have missed her
Roll
turn,
it.
though?
Now for a
he's more
bonus
still-
action.
That's
Yeah,
a bonus
alright.
action.
Vienna,
Yeah,
you
so
are
you
brought
still
back.
discharge and then attack.
You regain 8 health, Vienna.
Thank you.
And I'm going to move 15 feet here and cast Thunder Wave onto 3 over here.
Okay. Let me get your. Oh wait, that's right. That's still up. My bad.
Yep.
Let me just.
So you're going to thunder wave them into the vines?
Oh,
Just trying to.
they're already in the vines. And they're already entangled, actually.
Okay, like that.
Move
Oh,
try-
like
yeah,
that.
yep. Like that.
All right. So Thunderwave, your DC is 14, and it's con. Okay. So bandits, 2 con saves. That's a fail. That's a crit fail there. And that one also fails. And as for the thug, that's a fail too. So, let me just 10, 10, 10. The movement, unfortunately, breaks their binds as they're knocked back, though.
Yep.
So they take 9. Alexander.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It's your turn.
Oh, okay, didn't change yet. So yeah, she's back up on her feet, so that's all good. So this time I'm seems like I'm going to try it again. So I'm aiming for this guy right here. That,
The one with
the only
dead
guy
X?
No, the only guy. The only
Okay.
guy with
Alright.
the only guy
Okay.
that's still alive within like 5 feet of Venera.
Okay.
So once again, I'm throwing out a chill touch.
Alright, roll it. Okay. Yeah, that'll hit.
That'll hit.
Mm-hmm.
All right, let's roll it.
Okay. He coughs up a bit of blackened blood as the neurotic damage eats away at his throat.
It's necrotic, not neurotic.
Necrotic.
I
yeah.
said necrotic.
Okay, and until my next turn, he can't regain hit points, and yeah, he can't regain hit points. Sorry, I thought that also meant he got disadvantage on attack rolls, but that's
Okay.
only for undead
So-
targets.
The bandits share a glance, and the one who just coughed up the blood says, "You know, how about we call it even here?"
No, we're actually here to clear you guys up.
We'll leave, okay? You know, our lives aren't worth one gold every couple of days. God.
You're most certainly right. It isn't one. You're most certainly right. Your lives aren't worth one gold a day.
It seemed like easy money at the time. So, what do you say?
Yeah. Well, now how do you feel?
I feel like shit, thank you very much. So, how about this? We go, and we'll take down our barricades, and, we'll give you, hey, Tom, how much do we have? I don't know. What are you asking me? Because you're the one who took all the money the last time. You have money too. Yeah, but it's your money.
Okay, I'm rolling insight to see if they're actually being honest with us.
Okay. They're very honest. They really just wanted to get some easy money. They weren't expecting to lose two of their friends.
We could
mean-
kill them and take everything.
But nobody really wants to die. I'm pretty sure if they say they're gonna leave, they're gonna leave.
And what makes you so sure that they're not going to come back and do the same thing, if not worse?
Well, that means we're gonna come back again. And I'm pretty sure they're scared of us already, right?
I was going to say it's simple because if they do come back, we'll find them again and we'll do what we did today, but worse.
The two bandits finally agree on who's giving what money, and they end up saying both is yeah, okay. And the guy turns back to Vienna and he says, okay, so we've got about 30 gold, I think.
Okay.
So we'll give you 30 gold to let us walk free.
30 gold? How long have you guys been holding up this barricade?
Oh,
Cha-ching!
a while. I mean, you wouldn't notice the trade until it's been up for a while. I mean, word takes a while to get around. It's actually quite ingenious. So 30 gold, you let us go. That's good. Yes.
All right. Okay, I'm going. I pick up that gold coin I dropped earlier.
He lets out a relieved breath as he begins to wheeze, and he says, let's just go into knitting, guys. And I said, fuck you, fuck you, you're going into knitting.
These guys have really potty mouths, don't they?
And that's the end of combat. The guys, guys gather up their fellas and begin to discuss what even are we gonna knit.
I come over to the one that I threw my axe at, and I retrieve it.
Alright, you
Kagura-
do so. They sort of grimace as they look and they say, God, poor Jerry.
Kagura goes up to one of the. Kagura goes up behind one of them, grabs him by the shoulder, and shows him one of his arrows, telling him, oh, and by the way, if I hear about you or any of your friends threatening anyone, and I mean anyone, ever like this, ever again, I'm going to pin your hand up against a tree with this arrow, and take your fingers and slice your fingers off one by one.
I hold up my.
Can I just come along here? Hey, you saw what I did. Hey,
The guy has a soft twitch in his mouth. He's trying to take you seriously, but at the same time, you're a yokai, so you're naturally very cute. So he's sort of like. He's sort of trying. He's nodding, but you can tell he's trying very hard to take you seriously. He's trying. He's trying.
Let me take a.
Hold on.
I hold up my axes and I say, "Let me
Guys?
take a crack at it."
Okay.
Wait, slow down, everybody.
You saw what I did. And I just pointed at this guy and saying, "You saw what I did to him."
All right. So
That was a total of 15 because guidance.
So they all share a glass and they say, "Yeah, we understand. Look, we gave you our gold. We're going to pack up the barricade now, and we're going to bury these guys and tell their wives that they died."
We were kind of like flies in the air, like, yeah, how about we just let them go? I mean, after we learned their lesson.
The rest of all you are going to clear out of here and never come back, right?
Yes, we're leaving, and just Ella and Vienna, they're lying. They don't have wives. You know this. You can tell they're lying about the wives bit, just to try and get a little more sympathy out of you.
Yeah, good job.
Yeah. Yeah, I've heard that one before, boys. Try to do better.
So,
if Rua hasn't landed yet, Dennis Berlin picks up the bow and brings it to her.
Oh yeah,
Did you drop this?
Oh, that's right. Thank you. She flies back down and takes it back.
So they slowly drag themselves and the boxes off the road, and you hear them bickering about sewing. And
Bye.
You successfully defeated the bandits.
Yay!
What do you do now? Will you go back and spend a night to rest up, or will you go and
Yes,
tackle?
we will, because I'm out of spells.
Okay.
I was going to say we better make sure we're prepared for the next bout, because this one, if it's assigned, then yeah, we want to make sure we prepare for every contingency.
And now that we have 30 gold, we can spend it on potions and whatnot.
So,
And repairing damages.
by
Because
the,
of faulty equipment.
so, by the
And maybe
time by the time you get back to town, the sun is slightly on the horizon and starting to set, and it's about an hour till nightfall. You can see the bazaar is, by this point, completely empty, except for one singular creature. One you recognize. I mean, it's fairly distinct.
You gotta be kidding me.
Oh, for Christ's sake.
I hold up my axe. That's it! That thing's going to be turned into a violin!
Alar, cheers.
Guys,
Sorry.
I need to explain what it's actually doing first.
Right.
So, the cat is sort of just rummaging around in the anti-stalls looking for a scrap here or there. And, it hasn't really noticed your presence. It's just sort of scrounging for food.
Alara cheers gleefully as she tries to run over to the cat. You're alive! Ah!
Yeah, Vienna's just going to bed. She's not drunk enough for this shit.
Alright. What is everyone else doing?
Rhea wants to go see
Is
it
the horse
too.
trying to attack the poor cat?
No. As far as I was feeling, no.
Okay. Dennis really joins him, comes over and says, "Hi,"
Hello
We were
again.
friendly,
Hi.
with a friendly look.
Kagura is going up just because out of concern for Rura.
Hello, Yokaians. Is it the word? Is it the word? Is it the word? He seems puzzled for a moment, and then
Just yokai is the plural term you're looking for, I'm sure.
Well, at least those
Yes.
two. Us two, not quite.
It is the dominant race, so I believe that is what is like. It would be weird to call you humans, and there be only one human. And he glances briefly over towards the Alex before he goes back to rummaging around and poking his nose in, trying to find something to eat.
Are you hungry?
Yes, I have not eaten today, and after spending... How long does commands last?
I think it's an hour. Was it?
Let me get... Oh,
Scrolling back.
I'll just say it's an hour, and after spending an hour in the woods, well, 2 hours if you count the journey back, I am very tired, and as I have not eaten in a few days, that did not help my hunger.
Would you like some of my rations?
I would very much like the rations, yes.
Okay. So yeah, Rua gives him one of her rations to eat.
The cat leans
Hello?
down and begins to wolf it down like a starving animal. It then
Alara would pick up. I'm sorry.
It then sits back up, licks its paws, washes its face, and then places its paws down and looks back to Rura and says, "You are my new master."
Rua at first was smiling like, I'm glad you're here. Whoa, what?
Alara sighs, damn.
She then waves her hands frantically, looking at us like, no, I can't be anybody's master.
You fed me. You cared for me. You are my new master.
Oh, yes, but I just wanted
And
to
the cat
help. I
comes
know
up
what it's
and
like
begins to brush against you and start to purr. Purr, purr. I am purring. Purr.
Rura looks kind of like frozen stiff, just looking down with her hands to her chest like, help me. And, like,
Okay.
looks to the others like, fearfully like, help?
It's at this point that Alex is just taking Grisura into the pub as well.
Yeah, Grisura's like, this is just, oh my god. I need a
Where
drink.
do we turn in? Sorry. Where do we turn in for the quest?
Well,
We're not done with the quest yet.
All right. We have to do both of them.
Maybert told you to talk to Macy Brignose about a reward, but you decided to go out on the quest without talking to her.
Oh.
Oh jeez.
The cat.
She's still at her post.
Yes. But pausing that for a moment, the cat, after air quotes purring for a bit, sits back down and says, "I have finished my purring. I have done my deed to make you feel that I am an acceptable pet. So, do you agree to these terms? You feed me, I give you the pets, and I bring you the rats.
Alara cheers and says, "Yes, yes!"
Better,
And she picks him up and then puts it on her back.
better. In my opinion, it's better he be with you and obedient than wandering around stirring up more cat rebellions.
Come on, Rura, let's do it!
The cat knees its claws into your back as it gets comfortable, and then it curls up and it says, "This is also acceptable."
Rua looks really unsure, but then she sees how happy and calm the creature is, and she goes, "Oh, I guess so. But please don't call me master."
My master is now the four-legged one.
Oh, okay, that works.
Purr, purr. I am purring to show my contentment.
Rua looks relieved and she goes, "Ah, good. At least I'm not the master anymore."
So, you now have a pet cat of dubious origin. So,
I'd love that to be the inventory description, pet cat of dubious origin.
The official name is the Cat of Many Eyes.
I'm gonna name you Min. Come on, Mins. Let's go on adventures.
That name is also sufficient. Dennis, you wanted to talk to,
Yeah, I go over to the guard person.
She looks to be
Say,
half asleep. And she jolts as you approach and says, "Oh, hey.
we took care of one half of the blockade. Oh, by the way, were we supposed to report to you before we left?
What? You block what? She seems a bit shocked and her tired mind is slowly processing what you said before she suddenly says, I mean, you didn't have to, but, I mean, it was on the notice board, but, so,
It's on a notice board?
you glance at it and you indeed see that one of the boring quests is to take out some bandits.
I take the notice thing, since we're working on it.
Alright. She watches you and she says, the reward is 50 gold. Oh no, sorry, 70?
We've
70?
taken care of one half of them, so we're gonna take care of the second half tomorrow.
Right, I will pay you the 70 gold on completion.
Okay.
If you'll excuse me, I'm gonna go back to my guard. And she smacks as she does air quotes.
Guarding with one eye open?
Yes, it is very, very, and she gives a wink, effective.
I see. And then walk away.
Alright. So, in the tavern, you three are getting your drinks, and Naybert is smiling and saying, "So you're staying the night after all, eh?"
Seems like it.
Okay.
Took care of one half of the blockade.
Cool. He blinks as he notices the rest of the party beginning to trail in. Assuming you all are heading in, yes?
Yep.
Okay. And he notices the cat that is on Alalar's back, and he says, "Okay, I'm not feeding that." The cat says, "I am purring. Purr. Purr. Purr."
Hey, can I have some of your
It's-
top shelf? Yeah, can I
it's so adorable.
Your top shelf?
The neighbor just looks to him and just says, "How can you stand it? It's so weird, right? And he places it down and he says, "Our finest, that'll run you about 8 gold."
Sure.
He places it down and he takes the gold piece and You now have
I take a drink. Is it worth the 8 gold?
1 gold.
One gold. I thought you said eight
Yeah,
gold.
that's why I said 1 gold again. It's
Okay.
It's actually decent. Like the kind of stuff you'd actually be able to get drunk off.
Okay, good.
Do you have any water for mints?
I am not feeding or letting. There's a bucket outside. They can drink from that.
Can I have some water?
He narrows his eyes. Sorry, I only serve alcohol here. And breakfast.
Do you have any milk?
No.
Oh.
Do you really not have any water? I really don't want any alcohol drinks right now.
Just have some alcohol.
Or go to the well. Or go to the local well.
Ella and Alex.
Yeah.
He's completely lying about not having any milk or water. And lying about serving water.
Oh, God.
Yeah, Alex just slams his hand right on down onto the bar, and he says, "Bert, buddy, can you come over here for a minute?"
Of course. What can I get you?
First up, you can stop lying to us and actually get the lady some bloody milk or water, preferably, because after what we've experienced today, we don't need your lying mouth right now.
Fine. He gives a soft, horsey snort. And he places down a saucer of water because he knows who it's for.
Alex just says, "Good man."
Yeah, Rua looks really happy to see in the water, but then she looks to him curious, like, "But didn't you say you didn't have any water?"
He just places down the glass and he said, "Oh, excuse me, I gotta take care of something in the back." And you just hear a very quiet from the back room.
Rua tilts her head confused, but then smiles, saying the water. Well, at least I'm glad he had some at least.
If that water's yellow, I'm gonna hold my axe to his throat.
Let's see, your perception is 10. It doesn't look yellow.
Alara will examine the water.
It's not.
Okay.
Why is everybody staring at my water weird?
Just like this big crowd around this saucer of
You
water.
hear a voice call out from
look at the water?
You hear a voice call out from the other room and say, "Maybe it's magic!" And then a snort.
Magic water?
Kagura is just kind of standing back, his hands tucked into his sleeve, Eves with this face.
Thanks,
Should I
Alex.
not drink it then? If it's magic water.
You'll be fine.
So,
Okay.
you spend the rest of the night getting to know, sharing stories of your travels, though most of you don't really have much to share. And I still have the battle music on. Let me change it back to a tavern.
It was an epic fight to get that water.
Seriously, we should have gotten experience from that.
Who said you didn't? Who said you didn't?
Oh, dang.
So,
I was wondering if you were going to notice.
after a long day, you head out and, how do you split up the rooms?
I mean, I assume by gender.
Boys in one room, girls in the other.
And that's basically the only way. I mean, I don't know.
Wait, can Alara even fit in the beds?
I assume they give her some A or something.
No, she sleeps like sitting down or something. I don't know if she ever horse. Can a horse really sit down, or do they?
Yeah.
Or do they die when they actually fall down?
No, they can sit.
No.
Oh.
Yeah, that's a
They
myth.
can actually sleep standing up.
Okay.
They
Okay.
can sleep on their
So?
They can sleep on their sides.
Okay.
So-
Yes, they can.
You head up to your rooms, you pick who has what bed, you settle in, and is there anything you do before you go to sleep?
First up, Alex just taps Venera on the shoulder first before she heads into the room, and he says, "Hey, just a quick moment.
Yeah.
I just want to say, excellent job with the thunder suddenly, the lightning suddenly coming out of nowhere and killing a guy and just turning him to ash. I have to
sense
commend
a
you.
butt. I sense a butt coming.
Well, yes, there is a but I just want to say first up, I have not seen that in my entire life here in Nowhere, and I have to say you're probably one of my favorite people to have in a fight because of this very reason. But try to stick with us next time because it seems like you're more fragile than a bundle of sticks.
Yes, as a matter of fact, I was going to suggest the same thing.
Not
Maybe-
entirely inaccurate.
Maybe let us trail behind you a little before you
Yeah,
decide
out of
to take
character.
initiative.
Yeah. Out of character. Sorry about that. I'm kind of used to Indra.
It's fine.
Yeah, you'll get a feel for it eventually, or you
I
can
know.
just buy some heavy armor because you have proficiency.
Moving on.
So-
I'm in heavy armor, but heavier armor is expensive.
Okay,
Yeah.
so
But
moving
anyway,
back.
yeah, just wanted to say congrats, glad to have you here, and good night.
Good night.
So, is there anything else anyone wants to do before you?
Alara will pull Alex aside for a moment too.
Okay.
Alex, just want to say thank you for standing up for that bartender. I wouldn't have done that even though could tell he was lying. It helped me out with Kat.
You just in my line of work, you got to learn when to put your foot down.
Oh, he was
something
lying. Okay, that explains it.
You're only just realizing that now?
I have a hard time realizing when people lie. I'm not around a lot of people very often.
Take it from a noble, Rora. People lie in politics all the time.
Well,
Look, just
I
I'll
doubt
try.
that.
I'll try and keep an eye out if anyone
There's-
else starts lying, and I'll let
there
you
are
guys
some-
know.
There are
but-
some people. There are some people in the world who lie for a living.
Yeah, I know that. I guess maybe I need to
Why do I
stop.
feel cold glares on me?
Wasn't actually talking about you.
Oh, okay. Guess it's just my imagination.
While this discussion is going on, Dennis Berlin is still working on putting his cup back together.
No.
You're
Regardless.
still working. Kagura notices this and is like, you're still working on that?
Technically speaking, this is my 5th time working on it. All the other times it just fell apart.
What happened to third time's the charm?
Yeah, I
Well,
know.
now it's 6 times the charm.
He just keeps increasing the threshold every time he fails.
So, is there anything else you want to do?
Nah, I'm good.
No, I'm good.
Okay, real quick, guys. I gotta go. I'm kind of stretching it already as it is, and I gotta
I
work
know
in the morning.
we're wrapping up right now.
Mm-hmm.
We are calling it here.
I'm just about
Oh,
to
okay.
do the closing scene.
Okay, I thought
Alright.
you guys were going to continue. I'm sorry.
No, that's why I'm wrapping it up. I'm asking
Okay.
if there's anything else people want to do. So, you all head to your beds, you tuck yourselves in, and you listen as the quiet winds and the sounds of from downstairs die out. And you slowly all drift off to sleep. And that is where we're ending it.
Good night.
Night.
Night, everybody.
Night.
Good night.
That's all, folks.
That's all, folks.
How did I know you were going to do that? How did I know you were going to do that?
Because that's what because impressions impressions and quotes are my thing.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, so thank you all for coming and those who tuned into the stream.
Ooh.
We had 8 viewers at one point.
I'm pretty sure that was most, if not all of us, bunched up into the room together.
I'm not on the.
I'm not either. So
I'm not on the stream either.
I had it open.
I didn't.
I was on it just to see if anybody said anything, and in fact, a couple people did.
yeah, there's some.
And but they only spoke once.
No, they spoke twice.
2 people spoke once.
On YouTube they spoke. On YouTube they spoke twice.
One person spoke on Twitter, and one person spoke on YouTube.
Oh, Twitter.
And one person spoke on Twitter. So 3 people spoke. Regardless, thank you all for coming. This is the end of the stream. You all have a lovely day. I will keep the stream going for a little bit for those that want to catch up. But see you later.
Ooh.
Later.
See ya.
Bye.